Hello, Thunderbirds! Welcome to the fourth episode of Mahwah High School Sports Talk Student Athlete Interviews. Today we're joined by the Mahwah boys basketball team featuring Junior Tyson Van Pelt, Junior Brian Apia, Senior Charlie Ceriti, and Senior Ryan Matthews. Back on the interview with us today is Sports Talk Club Vice President Chase Moskowitz. Chase, how we doing today?
Doing great, Nick. Glad to be joined by a very successful Mahwah boys basketball team today, getting greedy to unfold all the nitty-gritty on the season.
That's right, Chase. As per usual, we're going with our usual interview format. As people know, asking a few group questions, an individual question for each player, and finally, some fun questions. Maybe hear some things we don't really hear behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah, that's right, Nick. Without further ado, let's say hello to the Mahwah Thunderbird boys basketball team. How are we doing, everybody?
Good.
We're doing good.
All right, fantastic. Let's get right into our first group question. So you guys finished the season with a winning record and making it to the NJSIAA Section 1 Group 2 quarterfinals and went 15-13. So what was the biggest improvement or change you guys made from this season compared to the 5-19 season you guys had last year?
Honestly, probably just experience. I mean, we were all young last year. We kind of returned to everyone. We lost one senior last year, Omar. But besides that, we had a lot of younger guys step up and just gain experience overall.
We also scored a lot more this year. We played really good defense last year, but there was games we were playing in the 30s. This year we were playing most games up 50, 60.
Yeah, so last year we had like two seniors, like our team was like kind of but like this year like we had like five seniors. You know, they were stepping up. We had a center, Charlie, he was cooking up. Point guard Ryan was cooking up. You know, Joey was cooking up, and you know Chris and Hamal was cooking up. You know, off the bench, just getting some buckets.
This year we were able to keep up the same amount of defense that we were playing last year, but we were able to score a lot better this year.
And we also kept everybody healthy this year. Last year we had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay healthy.
So what was it like winning the huge upset game against Ramsey in the regular season?
Oh, man. We're going to remember that game forever, honestly. That was probably the biggest win of the season. That and Lodi, obviously, but, you know, that game was crazy. I had a big mistake at the end of the fourth quarter. Almost cost us the game. Luckily, we got into overtime. And we were able to pull it out by one. Thank you to Brian.
Yes.
Yeah, our Matt, you know, he almost sold, but you know, he kept his head high. I told him to keep his head high, and you know, we got the dub. You know, they were talking crazy all game, so you know, it felt good to get that win.
Coach Brannick always says, you don't remember the science projects you do, you remember beating Ramsey. So that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, being posted on the news was cool too, so that we always have that clip, celebrating with Brannick after beating Ramsey for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
That was a fun game to broadcast too. Me and Danny did that game. That was a fun game. Yeah, guys, like you guys mentioned, great game. So you guys had actually a really great start to the season. So how did you guys stay motivated after winning 6 games in your first 8?
Yeah, we started off 6-2.
Yeah.
Started off 6-2. Yeah. Well, we liked our chances going into it. The first 10 games, we thought we could win every single one of them. Obviously, we slowed down a little bit after the first 6, but we still knew we had a tough schedule ahead of us, so we had to keep motivated and, you know, just play through our bad games.
Yeah, you know, after the first game, we was playing that 6'8" sophomore.
Yeah,
you know, we got that dub. Our defense was like looking good, and then we after the second game, we got smoked by Dumont. But after that, you know, kept our head high. You know, we was getting dubs, and then ended the season off second round elimination playoffs. But we're gonna win it next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, it was a good first couple of games. Then I got sick for a little bit, which is tough to come back from. But other than that,
Tyson had the sniffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But we were able to keep up that momentum.
All right, cool. So that's very interesting. So now we're going to be moving on to our individual questions. So let's start off with Tyson. All right, so Tyson, we witnessed you hit a crazy half-court buzzer beater against Ramsey, which had the crowd go nuts. But not only that, you had an amazing season this year, hitting 241 points, a career personal record. Now you're just shy of 400 career points. What were the keys to your successful second varsity season with the Thunderbirds?
Just keep working out in the off season, getting a lot of work in with some higher level guys, and just keep putting in that work and then trusting that it'll come during the season.
Cool. All right, thank you, Tyson. Let's move on to Mr. Apia. Brian, you absolutely balled this season. You had over 400 points and managed to reach over 630 career points. You currently sit at 633. And will we be able to see you become the 18th player in Mahwah High School history to reach a 1,000 point club?
Well, you know, I'm gonna be in the weight room I'm gonna be in the weight room all season, getting big. I gotta get big like Joey, you know, and be bodying people. Gotta start, you know, dunking, get my teammates throwing me some lobs. Get that 1,000 points. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I stay healthy, and hopefully we get the state sectional next year too.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully we see it, Brian. Let's move on to our II captain, Charlie Ceriti. Charlie, you had an amazing season this year as you hit a career record in every single category. So how did you feel about the success of the team this season under your leadership?
I think it felt great because we had a lot of guys who did a lot more scoring than I did. So it was nice that I don't want to say I had no pressure, but I just got to go out there and just play loose basketball and not worry about having to put up a certain number, having to do a certain amount of stuff. And I got to play a lot more free this year, and I think it felt good and it looked good on the court.
That's awesome, Charlie. Finally, moving into also captain, captain, Ryan Matthews. Ryan, as you know, captain's role are lead to a team's successful path. How do you feel your leadership impact the success of the team this year?
Well, I just feel like knowing my role on the team. I wasn't the big scorer, obviously. I let my teammates do all that. I would do a lot of the dirty work and defense and all. So, and when the team was down, I had to try to motivate them during the game. Tell Brian to keep his head up. Tell Tyson to play some defense. And, you know, just like motivate everyone in practice, lead by example, and yeah.
Couldn't do enough with our legacy point guard.
We were doing it. We were doing it for Armat all year. We all wanted a little Armat in us.
Armat's averaging like 8 assists a game. He's giving me the ball a lot. You know, that's where most of my points came from.
That's facts. Thank you, guys. Those are all very interesting responses. Glad to hear that from all of you. Now we're going to be moving into our individual questions. Our fun questions. So, Chase, why don't you take it away?
Let's go. So, everybody has the jokester in every team's locker, right? So, who's the funniest teammate?
I'd say. You go.
Who you think?
I'd say Joey DeMarco and Brian Apia had a very good back and forth.
They had a good connection.
They had a good connection.
They're like two peas in a pod.
Yeah. They would get together. They'd have some funny jokes going. They'd be doing some funny stuff, and then I'd say it was definitely one of those two.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely some funny guys, you know. So everyone has their own unique pregame rituals. So what are like the typical pregame rituals that you all individually have?
Oh, my pregame ritual, for 7 o'clock games, you know, I'll go home, take a nap. I would probably like eat some pasta or something, and then, or I wouldn't eat at all. Sometimes if you don't eat at all, like, you know, I don't know, you just play better sometimes.
Yeah, some candy sometimes.
Yeah,
So it's bubble guts.
Yeah, you got Sour Patch Kids or Charlie before the game.
What's your favorite Sour Patch?
Watermelon.
Yeah. Everybody says watermelon.
But sometimes early games, you know, beginning of the season, you get nervous and you get bubble guts, so you gotta go to the bathroom. But like, you know, get that candy, drink some water, you'll be alright.
Yeah, I mean
that's an interesting mix right there.
I didn't really ever get the bubble guts that much, but there was definitely a couple times where I could see Brian was, you know, a little off eating a Big Mac before the game or something. So there was some times we had to take care of him. But I think pregame it's just that, you know, we all go out, we shoot a ton, and then we go back in the locker room and kind of calm down.
Yeah,
do a little V-cuts. Yeah, you got to get V-cuts.
What's the V-cuts?
It's a great drill. You just kind of start, you just run down, and then you run back up, and you just do it over and over again.
That's
elbow the ball.
Yeah, that's like every single basketball.
Yeah, it's a great drill.
Ryan, Tyson, you guys?
I mean, I usually come home for like 7 o'clock games. I'll eat a little something. And then, I usually wear 2 socks for most of my games just because it's a little more comfortable for me. And then I'll start off with form shots, and that's really, all my ritual.
Man, Tyson, I don't know. I heard a rumor that you wore your full jersey to school.
Oh, if it was clean.
I did hear that. I did hear that.
If it was clean, I'd wear it, yeah. Forgot about that.
All right. Those are some interesting rituals. We've had the football one was interesting, too, when we interviewed that.
Braden was like...
He ate 4 Advils before
Oh,
the game.
Advil. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
No, and he would down like
We're a big Advil team.
Preston Duffy, he said something like 12 or 13 pancakes before a game or something like that.
Yeah, I have to take Advil every game or I can't play.
Yeah. Some people be wearing the same drills, make them play better. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian wears the same drills.
I don't wear the same drills. I don't wear the same drills.
Yeah, that's fact.
All right, so
How you know the drills?
everyone knows that music is a key to motivation before a game. So who has aux in the locker room? And what are your thoughts on the music selection?
So we've actually been trying to get our aux approved by Mr. Pelletier.
We've been banned for a minute.
We've been banned for a minute.
It's really hard nowadays because to get clean music for everyone here. So we had we still have the same playlist since 2010 that goes on during the games.
Bring them out,
Yeah.
bring them out, bring them out.
During practice when we're allowed to play music with Coach Brannick, Mikey, you were connected as well.
Yeah, Mikey Braddock's got a good aux. I say Brian's probably got the worst aux on the team. It's all like those like
You don't even know what my
2015
playlist looks like.
Katy Perry
No,
like it's.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's all
good, though.
But I can't practice to
Yeah,
that.
Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Taylor Swift. Right, bro?
Nah, Jack.
Got some country music in there too, bro.
Nah.
All right. So, interesting picks, guys. We need to know who can coach Brenna B in a 1v1. First to 11, win by 2.
Wait, repeat that?
Who can Brandon beat?
Yep.
Who can coach?
Oh, I think-
who can coach Brannick be on the basketball
Yep.
team?
Everybody.
He ain't beating me.
Yeah, he'll
He's
beat you,
not
bro.
beating
He's not
me.
beating
If
me.
I start with ball, if I start
Yeah,
with
who's getting
can't.
ball first?
He can't beat Big Leroy. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
Coach
who
Brandon
can't-
cannot beat Big Leroy.
Nah, I
Coach
can't
Lee,
do it.
Who
Yeah.
can't lose to him?
I'm not losing him, bro.
Brian's not
I'm not
losing.
losing
I'm
to
not
Brandon.
losing.
Once I get
It's
the
probably
ball,
Brian, yeah. Because
He's bigger than me. He's gonna probably beat me.
He's a big guy. Like,
Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends
he's
on
like-
who starts with ball.
But
Yeah.
like 6'10".
he moves well. He's an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So, two of you guys, unfortunately, are leaving Mahwah basketball this year. Charlie, Ryan. But two of you guys are staying this year. Brian, Tyson. But we'll ask everybody, what has been everybody's favorite memory playing with Mahwah basketball?
I mean, I gotta say, beating Ramsey is a great memory. That's one we're always gonna have. But even going all the way back to when we were sophomores and juniors and last year, just the idea like we go out to eat after almost every weekend practice. It's like it's those memories. It's not always the game memories, but it's just what you do with the guys and like when it's more than just playing a game, but it's like having fun with your boys. That's probably what I'm always gonna remember.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, Ramsey is the first thing you think of when you think of the season and your career beating them. But also gotta appreciate the sophomore season we had with the seniors that made it to the state championship. Yeah, we didn't win, lost to Ramsey, sad ending, but that whole experience was great.
Selling out a stadium all through the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's electric.
Yeah, that was great to be a part of too. So.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite memories is obviously like the energy that we all had at practice, but also going to the Barclays.
Yes.
That whole
Oh, yeah.
even if
That was this year.
That was
last year.
last year.
That was last year.
even when we didn't win, still going to the pizza place
Yeah.
after them
Yeah, we
watching the
sold
game.
Patsy's Pizza.
We
Yeah.
sold-
How's it
great.
like? Is any major differences? Like, I mean,
Oh,
besides the
Barclays
fact that it's an
is a big
NBA
court.
arena.
No,
We-
Barclays, no, the court is just long. The
Yeah.
floor,
The core is like
It was
bouncy.
long.
The
Yeah.
floor is like bouncy.
like
It was hard to shoot
The
'cause
free throw
it's-
line's like right next to the hoop.
We got like a
Like,
wall behind your
off
our basket,
Yeah.
so like you can see, like it's easy to
If you
see.
miss it, it's
Lights
just
are
easy.
so-
The lights are crazy because it
Lights
just
are
goes
so
it just goes
bright.
back forever.
Yeah, but like one of my favorite memories is definitely Ramsey. Sophomore season, that was a good season. Even though like we didn't do too good, but like practice was always fun. Freshman year we was cooking up, but we got eliminated in the tournament. One of our players got banned. Yeah, but like one of the practices, our coach got his stick, and that was I'm always remember that.
Yeah, Charlie leveled out Coach Brannick one time.
Like he played good defense, but he's got to get in the weight room. He's got
Yeah.
to get got to get hooks like
Yeah,
Joey.
gotta get hooks.
All right,
Very
so
interesting, guys.
we'd like to give a big thank you to the Mahwah boys basketball team for joining us today. Sports Talk Club is happy to announce that all baseball and softball games will be broadcasted on the Sports Talk Network. And the live game will be shown, brought to you by the amazing Sports Talk broadcast crew.
That's right, Chase. Lacrosse will also be broadcast this season on the Sports Talk Radio. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show the games on that, but we're super excited to still broadcast those games live on our radio. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. That's at MHS Sports Talk. And also subscribe to us on YouTube. New podcast coming out this week on the NHL trade deadline and next week about the crazy NFL free agency frenzy. This has been Tyson Van Pelt, Brian Apia, Charlie Ceriti, Ryan Matthews, Chase Moskowitz, and Nicholas Mostico. We will see you all next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, boys.